disappointed that particularly some of the Republican governors have been so cavalier with the health of these kids, so cavalier with the health of their communities. We're playing for real here. This isn't a game. As your president, I'm announcing tonight a new plan to require more Americans to be vaccinated to combat those blocking public health.
Calling your vaccine requirements an overreach. You are threatening to challenge it in court.
Have at it. Look, I am so disappointed that particularly some of the Republican governors have been so cavalier with the health of these kids, so cavalier with the health of their communities. We're playing for real here. This isn't a game. And I don't know of any scientist out there in this field that doesn't think it makes considerable sense to do the 6 things I've suggested. And, but you know, let me conclude with this. One of the lessons I hope our students can unlearn is that politics doesn't have to be this way. Politics doesn't have to be this way. They're growing up in an environment where they see it's like a war, like a bitter feud. If a Democrat says right, everybody says left. If a Democrat says left, they say right. I mean, it's not how we are. It's not who we are as a nation. And it's not how we beat every other crisis in our history. We got to come together. And I think the vast majority, look at the polling data, the vast majority of the American people know we have to do these things.
All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to the hopefully elect, man. And pretty much what comes next is the fall, because go ahead and get it real quick in Mark chapter 13, I think, or actually that's Mark chapter 3. Mark chapter 3 verse what is that? Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, matter of fact, I started verse 23. It says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Because you see, the point being that, you know, there's a lot of division being said. Here it is, the hypocrisy of these Job 9 to 24s, their hypocrisy. And, when they say how basically we got to come together and fight the virus, we're not fighting each other, so on and so forth. But here it is, they're trying to force this snake juice, which is, again, is causing a lot of division, because you got people, they believe in their my body, my choice and stuff like that, their quote unquote rights and whatnot, and on the other hand, you got guys like this, like Biden and Fauci, and these people, man, how they're basically blaming those that are unvaccinated, all right, those that don't want to take this snake juice, this poison, all right, and they're trying to put the blame on, people that, because I saw a video, actually, that's a spirit, because I had watched the video, because basically in this video, he's basically throwing shots at the governor here out here in Florida, because, hey man, this guy, what's his name, DeSantis, he's basically said, he did a video about, there's a video or a press conference or whatever about how, listen, man, if people want to take this poison juice, then they can take it. But if they don't, they shouldn't have to be, they don't have to be, they shouldn't be, forced in this position to where, they lose jobs and, all these other things, man, because basically this guy DeSantis, he's against this, the whole forced mandation and whatnot. He's against it, and that's why Biden, he's, pretty much throwing shots at this guy, DeSantis. He didn't mention his name, but, like I said, you pretty much, we know who he's talking about, as well as, other Republican governors and whatnot, because, again, a lot of people, they're not with this. You got people that are with it, but you got people that aren't with it. And again, that's the division that's being set, and that's why I'm going to read here. Again, Mark chapter 3 and verse 23, it says, and he called unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Because, again, you got these Edomites trying to cast out Edomites. And, again, it's like Satan trying to cast out Satan, When you read on, it says, verse 24, it says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but he hath an end. So you see, all right, a kingdom there's another scripture that says the same thing about how a kingdom divided against itself, it shall fall. And that's the point I was making, because, hey, the division is set. Now next is going to come the fall of this kingdom, because, hey, this is going to pave way to seditions, all right? I saw a screenshot that an elder brother had posted about how basically, man, this stuff like this is going to lead to like a civil war, And that also ties into when you go to, Isaiah chapter 19. Isaiah chapter 19, I'll start at verse 2, says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So again, division, a kingdom that's divided against itself, like I read, it's just not compatible. It's set to fall. It's set to come to an end. All right, and again, that's what's taking place here. And the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is orchestrating all this. Let me read on down. It says, verse 3, Isaiah 19 and 3, and if the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And you see, dealing with the Job 9 to 24 is their witchcraft, their enchantments is at an all-time high. Because on another note, Joe Biden, he said how basically dealing with those that are unvenested, all right, those that don't want to take this shit, he said how, hey man, our patience is running thin, because again, we're at the end of Esau's kingdom, like I read in in Mark, the 3rd chapter. All right, it's coming to an end, man. And hey, the devil's getting ready to come down with that great wrath. He's getting ready to make moves. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, And Jake, for the most part, man, they're completely oblivious, because here it is. I see all these posts. So I'm so glad that NFL's back. There's all type of distractions going on. I just saw these guys, what's his name? Evander Holyfield and Vitor, well, whatever his name is, dealing with the celebrity boxing and whatnot. Basically just more distractions. You see, Jake, man, they're so focused on the wrong things, But here it is, you got these average Edomites. Hey, man, they peeping game and whatnot, and that's why I read, Satan casting out Satan. You got a lot of these patriotic Edomites, man. For the most part, man, they're not standing for this shit, man. And this is why it's getting ready to be a civil unrest out here, man. Like I said, this is going to pave way to seditions among men. You're going to have people rising up, taking a stand, so to say, against the government and whatnot. This is what's getting ready to happen. And like I said, this is the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. He's orchestrating all this. I'm going to read this part again in Isaiah 19 and 3 again. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So you see, the spirit of Egypt, which America is spiritual Egypt, all right? This place is done for, man. Like I said, man, you got a lot of these average Edomites, man. They see their kingdom falling, man. And, hey, tensions are high. Tensions are at an all-time high. Like I said, You know, the enchantments are at an all-time high. You know, it's spiritual because you got in this month, you know, you got the memorial blowing the trumpets, you got the Day of Atonement coming up, all right, and I believe you have the Feast of Tabernacles, you know, all in this month, you know, but that's on the right hand. You see on the left hand, hey, you know, they got all type of, you know, spiritual demonic, you know, holiday, so to say, on the left hand going on, because again, the enchantments, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do to, you know, ramp these things up, man, you know, because hey man, again, Esau, he knows he's at an end to his kingdom, you know, and like I said, man, the devil's getting ready to come down with that great wrath. And Jake, they have no idea, man. Here it is. What's today? 9/11, right? They got the memorial going on and whatnot. You know, what was I going to get, man? Second Esdras chapter 13 and verse 31. You know, just touching on the fact that, hey, more division is being set, and next to come is the fall. Because again, a kingdom divided against itself, it can't stand, man. It's bound to fall. You know, so this is what's to come next, man. But let me get this in Second Esdras 13 and 31. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall thy son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. So, hey, you know, because at the end of all this, you see, because, you know, Esau knows that, hey, basically this place is going to go up in smithereens, man. This place is going to be blown to shits. Esau knows this. This is why a lot of them are going into their bunkers and whatnot to escape the destruction. And you see, they think that when the dust settles, that's going to be it. You know, they're going to rise from their ashes and reestablish their NWO and whatnot, but that's far from the case, all right? Because, hey, when the dust settles, our kingdom is you know, we're next to rule, all right? You see, when Yahushua comes back, when he descends from the heavens, all right, and takes these devils out of power, that's it for Esau, you know? That's it for these devils. You know, we got next. But again, knowing and understanding that, hey, these things have to happen before the Lord comes back. You know, the division has to be set so that, hey, this place can fall. You know, that's why I'm going to read verse 31 again. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So this is what's getting ready to happen, man. You know, divisions being set amongst household. You know, certain family members don't want to talk to one another because, you know, hey, so certain family members believe in getting the Vanessa and some don't, you know, and that's, you know, causing all type of division, strife within households, you know, neighbors, cities against cities, you know, again, you know, we're gonna have these different governors going back at it, you know, stuff like this where Joe Biden's throwing shade at other governors and Republicans. You know, it's just gonna be a shithole, man. It's just gonna be just a one big can of just messiness. You know, but again, understanding that these things have to happen. The division has to be set so that, hey, ultimately, Yahushua is going to come to deliver the ultimate uppercut to knock these people out of place, man. To the ultimate Mike Tyson blow. You know, so, hey, this is what's being set into place. The division is being set, and then next comes the fall. You know, so hey, it's a beautiful thing. All praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, we are witnessing these things, you know, beautiful times that we're in. I'm excited, you know. But, you know, with that, hopefully this was edifying. Once again, giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shemel Shai, Barak Thumb to the hopefully elect. Until next time, Lord's will, Shalom.